Hello, I'm Robert and you're welcome here in my biz little shop. I've got just a little bit of a maintenance item here to take care of today. And I guess it's a question, is it maintenance or repair? I'll get into it. You can type in your comments which one you think it is, but I want to show you what happened and going to go ahead and get this thing fixed. It's great to have you in the shop today for this very short little video. So let's get this thing opened up here. Okay, so this rotary punch from Weaver, I've had, I think 2.5 years. It could be 3.5 years, but I think it's 2.5 years I've had this rotary punch. And I've really enjoyed using it. It's handy for me. I do a lot of belts, so it's easy to have it right there. And, you know, all the sizes together. Obviously, there's limitations to a rotary punch. If you had to either have just drive punches or a rotary punch, then drive punches obviously give you more flexibility, because if you've got a large panel of leather and you need a hole out in the middle of it, then this isn't going to work, obviously. But today I'm replacing this tooth here, or this punch tube here, and the punch tube itself is all broken away up at the top. And what happened was I was making a project with a pattern, and I don't typically use patterns, but this pattern here, I had taped it on the leather surface and I was making holes along the way. And I'm assuming that this is what happened, but so I was punching through tape, paper, leather was the level that I was going through, and I had to make several hundred holes. Well, I got into the project probably about 40 holes, and it seemed really hard to push. And instead of stopping and thinking about it, I went ahead and plowed ahead. And I think what happened was that tape had gummed up on the inside of this punch tube, and this whole side here blew off, I think because of the built up pressure inside there. These tubes are really thin here at the top. And I guess maybe someone's got some feedback as to a rotary punch that they've got that maybe isn't quite as thin walled as this one is, but I really like how it cuts. So anyway, I need to replace this. And so that's the reason why I was saying, is this a repair or is this maintenance? In other words, is this what you would call a wear item, or is this, you know, shouldn't happen that way? And we'll just back this out. It was a little bit tight there. I did have a problem when I first received this rotary punch of these tubes. They were not tight. And what ended up happening was they rotated when I would punch into the leather and go like this. It rotated against the anvil area here. And the result was I had some that got broken there. And I did call Weaver and explain to them the problem that I had. And they sent me replacement tubes. So if you've got one of those, I think you need to think about something on there to keep them from rotating against there. So I ended up, when I ordered, they had, this is a 1.5 millimeter. So that's a pretty small hole. And this one here was a 2 millimeter. And I went with the 1.5 because when I got to the smallest hole, I was always looking for something probably smaller than what that was. So I went ahead and replaced it with a 1.5 millimeter. I'm going to use just a little bit of blue Loctite on these threads to keep that from loosening up. I got plenty more than a little bit. Don't need very much on there. So let me know, is that something that you've experienced? Do you consider that a repair or is that maintenance? The replacement tubes are not free. They're about $17 plus the shipping on it. So let me know what you think. Is this is that a repair or is that maintenance? Do we consider these a wear item? I mean, obviously they've made them so they're replaceable, but I'm not sure that that's what should be expected. And if you say, well, you could stop and clean these tubes a little bit to keep that from happening, the only way to safely do that is to take it off and push it out this direction, because I damaged one myself probably in the first couple of months because I poked like here and it blew out the steel on the top of it there. Anyway, just a short video today of the rotary tool. I still like it. I don't know if I love it at this point, but I still like it. I like how handy it is, and I've looked online at some of the others. It'd be nice if I could pick up others and look at them and see and decide whether or not, you know, they are a good option or not. The one thing I've done since then is if I punch through leather that's had glue on it, or maybe I'm rushing along here and I put a clear sealer on the leather and I'm punching holes before that sealer's all the way cured, I'll take some regular veg tan and I'll punch a couple holes to move that out so it doesn't potentially get stuck in that tube. Well, there you go. Just a short, we'll call it a tool tip of the day. Like I said, I continue to poke a couple holes in leather that, you know, obviously we've got some in our small pieces bin to clear those tubes of anything that I feel like might set up inside the tube. And yeah, that was disappointing when it happened because I was in the middle of the project and I struggled quite a bit to finish creating those holes. Appreciate you being with me in the shop today. Please like, share, and subscribe. More importantly, have a great day.